If you want an aesthetic physique, that is V-taper, the first thing you need to do is stop training the abs muscle, more especially the obliques. Listen guys, hear me out on this one. I know you were told that training the abs will help you get an aesthetic physique, but this is what I want you to understand. What makes a physique aesthetic V-taper is that lean waistline. And a lean waistline can only be gotten through genetics. But here is the thing, whether you have lean waistline from genetics or you don't have at all, you can actually alter your lean waistline by training the obliques. And this is why any muscle you train in the body grows. I don't care which muscle it is. Once you are consistently training it, they get bigger and bigger. However, I won't recommend anyone training the abs when you have high body fat percentage. It's just a total waste of time. You need to get lean first. If you can get lean and you are actively lifting weight from the gym, six packs is just a byproduct of that. Then you can modify by training them. However, training the abs muscle, more especially the obliques, makes them to start growing. And the more they grow, the more you go out of that lean waistline. So you not having lean waistline will just make you not to have an aesthetic physique. You can't have that V-taper look. Yes, you can do your upper abs, lower abs here and then, but don't train the obliques so you can maintain that lean waistline. All you need to do is just make sure you are on a steady low fat percentage. This is the first step of getting an aesthetic physique. Now the second thing you need to do is develop a back width. Now when it comes to getting good width, we are talking about the lats, and any vertical pulling movements will help you train the lats. But here is the thing, whether you're doing the lat pull downs or you're doing the pull-ups, I need you to get a wider grip on the bar. The more your hands are wide on the bar, the more your back widens up. I used to bring my hands a little bit inside to target more the lats, but this is actually making you smaller. This is making your upper body a bit smaller. Even if you widen your hands, you can still get the lats. And another good thing about the wider grip is it just expands you. So if you are to train your lats, I need you to get the wide grip lat pull downs, the wide grip pull-ups. Just do more of exercises that train your lats. Forget about the thickness. Back thickness has nothing to do with V-taper. You need to focus more on the width, and that's the lat. So growing your lats will make your upper body expand, which makes your waist look even leaner when you look at it from the front. So develop a good lat. And the next step in getting a V-taper physique is training the shoulders. You need a wide shoulders. And how you can do this is by prioritizing your middle delt. Okay? The more heavy your middle delt is, the more larger you are on the upper body. And the easiest and most efficient exercise to train the middle delt is the lateral raises. Okay, you can do them seated, you can do them standing. I actually prefer them seated because when you sit and do them, you won't be moving with momentum. One thing you always don't want to do is excessive momentum while exercising. The more you move with momentum, there is less tension on the muscle you're trying to target, and it just turns it into cardio. That's why most of you don't actually build muscle. More of your movements are just momentum. You're just swinging it left, right, and center. There is no real tension. So I like the seated. My hands are coming all the way below my legs, under my legs, then out. And I pause like 1 second before I come back down. And here's one thing about the lateral raises. You don't want to raise your hands with your traps. The more you're dragging it up with your shoulders, you're emphasizing more of the lats. And that's why so many people don't build heavy shoulders, because they are dragging their movement with their traps. And what that does is just work on the traps. So make sure you're moving with real tension on the muscles you're working, and that will help you build heavy shoulders. Side delt, V taper. Let's get to the fourth way of building a V taper physique, and that is getting a heavy upper chest. Listen guys, there is something about the upper chest most of you don't understand. The upper chest just makes you heavy by default, because this is the part of the chest that pops out when you wear t-shirts, when you wear suits, and it looks very good. For me, you need to prioritize your upper chest. You can do this with the incline dumbbell press. You can do this with the cable movement, low to high cable flies. This will target your upper chest. But here is the thing. If you have heavy upper chest, it makes your upper body fuller. The lower chest is always there. The middle chest is always there. Once you have the upper chest, all these other ones will just come there by default, because the upper chest is the only chest muscle. When you train them properly, you also train the middle chest and the lower chest at the same time. So prioritize your upper chest and see yourself have a good V taper physique. And the last point, number 5th way of getting an aesthetic physique is to be in great shape generally. Listen guys, in as much as I've shown you the muscles you need to prioritize in order to have a V taper physique, but what makes a physique aesthetic is you being in great shape generally. If you have large upper body and your legs are tiny, that doesn't make you look in great shape. People will still say you are not proportional. So you need to make sure that you train all your muscles, train your legs, train your quads, train your glutes, train your bicep, train your forearms. All these muscles, when you develop them properly, they make you stay in great shape. And there is no other aesthetic physique other than being in great shape generally. So guys, this is it. These are the only way you can build real aesthetic V taper physique. Let me know what you think about the video in the comment section. Like and subscribe, share the video. I'll get back to you on the next one.